Welcome to the new and improved Soft Tissue Treatment Revolution podcast, where we teach self-employed and overworked massage therapists a better treatment system that will allow you to cut your treatment times by at least 50% so you can stay healthy, avoid the dreaded burnout, and help more people get out of pain so they can stay the hell away from pain pills, injections, and surgeries, which only make things worse. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Matt Maggio. I am a soft tissue injury treatment expert, specifically for neck, shoulder, elbow, and wrist injuries. My focus is on finding and fixing scar tissue and reducing inflammation from chronic injuries, which does lead to a significant increase in overall functioning and long-lasting pain relief. Thanks so much for checking out the show. The number one dumbest thing 99% of massage therapists do in business. I've been meaning to make a podcast about this for quite some time, and the other day I was on a call with a massage therapist who is currently enrolled in one of our immersive training programs and decided to finally get this episode out there. I see this shit all the time, and it really is shit for the massage therapists that own these businesses. And unfortunately, just about every damn one of you out there are making this dumb and boneheaded mistake, which is always costing you a good chunk of change and beating up your bodies more than you need to do. So what is this dumb thing almost all of you do? Giving a discount on the cost of your services if the client books a longer session. Now, there's a lot to break down here, and hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll be able to smarten up and stop doing this because it's beating you up more and you're losing money, which is never good. Quick side note, I talk about this all the time, but shorter treatments are better for you and they're better for the client. I have like 50 episodes of this where I talk about why a shorter treatment time is better. Talk about it on my YouTube channel, share it all the time. I beat this drum constantly and often to a lot of deaf ears, but I'll include a video link from YouTube in the show notes of why it's better in every aspect. And if you want to check that out and not hear me repeat myself for the millionth time, why a shorter treatment time is better. So a couple of mindset things here first to help you get your thinking differently than 99% of everyone else out there. Number one, I talk about this all the time. There's two types of providers. There's a service provider, and there's a solutions provider. When you're a service provider, you basically get paid for your time. When you're a solutions provider, you get paid for results. I want you to be a solutions provider and get away from being a service provider. Number two is price is what the client pays. Value is what you get. So many people focus on the price instead of the value of what they get and getting their problem fixed. That's where that whole solutions provider comes in. Oh, another thing that we start to see is, I talk about this, is the commodity trap of pricing. Basically, you're charging according to what everyone else does around you. You're basing your prices off of that. You might be just a tiny bit lower or a little bit higher, but you're still pretty much the same. And you're looking at what everyone else is doing. Another thing I see all the time, especially with these longer treatment options and booking out, for an hour and a half or 2 hours, is it gives yourself as the practitioner and your clients the illusion that you're all booked up. You're busier than you are. You got a closed practice because you do these longer sessions, but you're really leaving a lot of opportunities on the table and being able to help more people, but you're being comfortable. And when you're comfortable, that's a whole problem down the road. Next thing is speed and results always beat cheaper. And honestly, this is what I see a lot in my own clinics and what I've trained people over the last 13 years is that people that tend to have a lot of money, they don't have a lot of time. And then people that don't have a lot of money tend to have a lot of time. So the people you want to focus on are the people that have a lot of money and they actually will pay for speed and pay for results. That's why the shorter treatment times are better. I'm going to beat that drum just a little bit more, but the treatment times are better for you, better for the client. The shorter ones always, but that's okay. A lot of people don't want to listen to me and they want to stay poor and keep beating their bodies up, but that's okay. And the last problem in the mindset is just the psychological effects of giving a discount. I cover this a lot in a lot of different episodes, but the idea is when you discount your services and your price, what it does for you is it makes you feel cheap, makes you not feel as valuable. And then the client as well, they get accustomed to looking for the discount and then they don't take it seriously as well on that end as well because it causes a lot of problems. So what is this dumb thing that you guys all do? Every single one of you does the same damn thing. It happens all the time. Every time I connect with one of you, be it on IG or LinkedIn, I like to check out your page and see what you offer and how your pricing structure works. And like clockwork, it's pretty much the same thing. Yes, some of you charge more, as you should if you're doing great work, and some of you don't charge enough, and the rest of you charge right about the right amount. Damn thing. You give a discount on a longer treatment session when it gets into the 90 minutes and up. Basically, say you charge like $100 for an hour, you might then charge $130 for 90 minutes. On the surface, that might not seem like too much, but then when we break down the math and look at it realistically, it might make you say, oof, at all the money you're leaving on the table. So technically, if you did 3 1-hour sessions, that would be a total of $300 that you would collect. But if you did 2 90-minute sessions, now you're at $260. So it's $40 less. If you did that over a course of a day, where say you work 6 hours per day, now you're out $80 per day. Say you work for 5 days a week, that's an extra $400 less per week. Over the course of a year, that's at least $20,800. Yeah, $20,800. That's a lot of money you just left on the table while still doing the same amount of work. See where I got the title for this episode about being the dumbest thing massage therapists do. What would an extra $20K or more do for you to improve your life? For some people, it would be life-changing. So why do all of you keep doing this? Because everyone else is doing it? That's a surefire way to be basic and stuck in the commodity trap, just like everyone else. Maybe because you want to give the false appearance that you're busier than you actually are and create some of that fake scarcity. Like, I'm fully booked up, get on the schedule. I'm doing a schedule release today and you got to get in before. That's fucking bullshit. You have so many more opportunities to help more people. And if you're so good at what you do, you need to open up the schedule and help more people. But you book yourself with these fake long sessions to give the appearance, I'm fully booked up. You ain't fully booked up. You got a lot more left in the tank if you do it the right way. Because here's the thing. You aren't selling a product. You're selling a service, even though it should be more like a solution. But right now you're selling a service. And that does take a toll on your body physically and mentally. So the work is the same regardless. Now you're just taking an unnecessary pay cut. So what to do instead? Once again, do the shorter sessions for sure. And that's exactly what we teach you in our methods, and the whole idea of cutting your treatment times in half, all while doubling your income and keeping yourself healthy is taught in all our immersion courses. I share that stuff all the time. I want you to be a solutions provider, focus on working smarter, all that shit, not harder, everything. We teach that in all our courses. We start to teach it in our free training, and then everything involved in there. There's a shameless plug for what we do, but it really can change your life and put you in a whole different perspective and start fixing people and helping me on the journey to get this care to more people and keeping them the hell away from pain pills, injections, and surgeries. But number 2, if you want to stay stubborn and do the longer sessions because you're comfortable with that, and I always say, hey, comfort is a really bad disease because eventually it leads to mediocrity, and mediocrity is a disease that so many people are in. They're just going through the motions where they're booked up. They're doing pretty good. They don't have to really struggle, but they're not really pushing themselves to be great. They're just kind of coasting by, feeling like they're booked up and thinking they're doing more, but you could do so much more. Then at least have the prices reflect fully what you should be getting, not a damn discount. So that's all I got for this episode. A couple just closing thoughts. Number 1 is don't look at your business with emotions. Don't look at your business numbers with emotions. You're like, oh, I'm booked up. Instead, focus on facts and consider how much you're really leaving on the table. That $20,000 is a lot of fucking money. And there's a lot of therapists out there and a lot of you out there that I see that have to work second jobs or work evenings or work weekends, but you're leaving this money on the table. An extra 20, 30, 40, 50 grand could totally change your life, and you should get paid accordingly if you're doing great fucking work. Another thing is share this episode with other people that might help as well. The biggest thing is we put all this information out there for free, and we just want to help you be a better provider so we can get this care to more people. That's what it's all about. Also, go grab our new revamped free training. I'm always updating that. And all those courses are available for downloads with the links or wherever you're consuming this information. Another thing is start thinking differently and treating differently, and stop focusing on the quantity of the treatment you provide, but instead on the quality it provides. And the best way to do that is to do it faster, do it better than anyone else out there. And lastly, Go out there and just be fucking great this week because it's the only thing that truly pays. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. If you want help on the path to being able to double your income, all while working 50% less and being taken seriously as a healthcare provider, I have some great resources for you. Number one, get access to our free training modules and introduction to my system, the Peak Method. Number two, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Soft Tissue Revolution. Links to all of this can be found in the show notes. Lastly, if you like the show, please leave us a 5-star review and share it with others that you know it could help.